Hello everyone and welcome back. So in today's class, we are going to start the new topic that is measures of dispersion. So very good afternoon everyone and let's see who all are live with us now. So we are having Shigupta, Dhruv Shah, Mohammed Shoaib, Amit, then Mangalpalli Sandhya, Raki, Harshita, Asha Begum, Anand Goel, Vansh, Ritu, Ayush, Akshata, Manshi, Anand, Pratima, Shreya, Anjali, Ruhani, great. So welcome everybody and very good afternoon. So let us begin the new topic for the day that is measures of dispersion. So basically what is the meaning of the term measures of dispersion? आखिर हम किसे कहते हैं measure of dispersion? So dispersion simply means deviation. डिस्पर्शन का सिंपल मीनिंग क्या है डेविएशन सेंसेशन है दैट इज नोन एज मेजर्स ऑफ डिस्पर्शन सो बेसिकली दिस इज द एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द चैप्टर मेजर्स ऑफ सेंट्रल टेंडेंसी तो सेंट्रल टेंडेंसी में हम बेसिकली क्या देखते हैं कि व्हाट इज एन एवरेज वैल्यू एक एवरेज वैल्यू क्या है लेकिन डिस्पर्शन में उस एवरेज का बाकी सारे ऑब्जर्वेशंस के साथ में कितना डिविएशन है कितना डिफरेंस है ये सब हम इस चैप्टर में स्टडी करते हैं सो देयर इज अ सेइंग फॉर दिस चैप्टर व्हाट इज दैट सेइंग लाइक एक डायग्राम हम बनाते हैं दिस इज सम काइंड ऑफ रिवर यू कैन से राइट और यहां पर कॉर्नर में कुछ लोग खड़े हैं सम पीपल आर स्टैंडिंग हियर और इनको क्या करना है रिवर क्रॉस करनी है दे वांट टू क्रॉस द रिवर नाउ पॉइंट इज बोट इज नॉट अवेलेबल उनके पास बोट नहीं है लेकिन उनके पास में डेटा अवेलेबल है डेटा किस चीज का कि इस रिवर की हाइट जो है वो उनके पास अवेलेबल है तो उन्होंने रिवर की हाइट का एवरेज निकाला सो एवरेज हाइट ऑफ रिवर वाज 4 फीट 4 फीट का एवरेज है एंड इन सब की हाइट का जो एवरेज है दैट इज 5.5 फीट 5.5 फीट तो अब इन लोगों ने सोचा कि एवरेज हाइट जो है रिवर की वो 4 फीट है तो हम रिवर को क्रॉस कर लेते हैं तो दे स्टार्टेड मूविंग थोड़ा आगे गए थोड़ा आगे गए और फिर डूब गए तो जब उन्होंने सारी कैलकुलेशन की फिर भी वो डूब गए तो इसके लिए सेइंग क्या बनी है लेखा जोखा ज्यों का त्यों फिर भी कुनबा डूबा क्यों लेखा जोखा ज्यों का त्यों दैट मीन्स सारी कैलकुलेशन धरी की धरी रहे तो डिसीजन मेकिंग में एवरेज जितना इंपॉर्टेंट है उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्पर्शन भी है सो देयरफॉर बोथ दीस चैप्टर्स आर jointly used in making decisions all right I think you have understood the importance of this chapter. तो ये कहानी शो करती है ये सेइंग शो करती है ये चैप्टर कितना रेलेवेंट है कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है तो इन शॉर्ट डिस्पर्शन का मतलब क्या निकाला हमने डेविएशन वेरिएशन फ्लक्चुएशन किस में इन द ऑब्जर्वेशन इट इज नोन एज डिस्पर्शन तो डिस्पर्शन को हम डिवाइड करते हैं मेनली इनटू टू पार्ट्स into two parts. One is absolute measure, and second is relative measure. Absolute measure and relative measure. Absolute measure में क्या होता है? What is included in absolute measure? Absolute measure means when there is some amount of deviation so it shows amount of deviation or amount of variation whereas relative measure shows degree of variation relative shows degree of variation for example salary of a person increased from 10,000 to 15,000 तो सैलरी कितने से बढ़ी है 5,000 से सैलरी इंक्रीज हो गई है तो एब्सोल्यूट मेजर के अंदर हम क्या बोलेंगे कि उस पर्सन की सैलरी 5000 से इंक्रीज हो गई है। लेकिन डिग्री ऑफ वेरिएशन में हम क्या बोलेंगे कि उस पर्सन की सैलरी 50% से इंक्रीज हो गई है। तो इन दोनों में से कौन सा बेटर मेजर माना जाता है? नॉर्मली डिग्री ऑफ वेरिएशन इज ट्रीटेड बेटर, इसको बेटर माना जाता है बिकॉज हम यहाँ पर कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं। तो इन केस दिस डेटा इज नॉट अवेलेबल, 10 to 15,000 ये डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं है, और आपको ये कह दिया जाए कि 5,000 से सैलरी इंक्रीज हुई है, तो इससे हमें खुशी मिलेगी या गम? वी डोंट। सामने वाले को कोई इस इंफॉर्मेशन से क्या समझ आएगा कि सैलरी में जो ग्रोथ हुई है वो बहुत अच्छी हुई है या बहुत कम हुई है? अगर हमने कहा 5,000 से सैलरी बढ़ी है, दूसरा स्टेटमेंट है 50% से सैलरी बढ़ी है, तो 5,000 से बढ़ी है तो 10,000 की सैलरी के अकॉर्डिंग तो हम बहुत खुश होंगे। बट अगर सैलरी 1 लाख है और 1 लाख से ओनली 1,05,000 हुआ है, दैट मीन्स दिस ग्रोथ इज लेस। लेकिन परसेंटेज इज रेलिवेंट फॉर ऑल, चाहे सैलरी कितनी भी है, 50% का अगर हाइक मिला है तो किसी को भी समझ आ जाएगा कि बहुत ज्यादा खुशी की बात है। ओके, सो एब्सोल्यूट मेजर शोज amount of variation, whereas relative measure shows degree of variation. एब्सोल्यूट के अंदर और क्या होता है? इट हैज सम यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट, कोई ना कोई यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट जरूर रहेगा, लाइक रुपीज, किलोग्राम, लीटर, मीटर, सेंटीमीटर, कुछ भी रहेगा। Whereas in relative measure there is no unit of measurement, यहाँ पे यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट नहीं होगा। Why? Because it is expressed in terms of percentage. डिग्री का मतलब है या तो हम परसेंटेज में एक्सप्रेस करेंगे और इट विल बी एक्सप्रेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ रेशियो, या तो डिग्री में या फिर रेशियो में। ओके, सो इन डिग्री ऑफ वेरिएशन देर इज नो यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट, यहां पर कोई यूनिट नहीं लगता है। अगर हमने कहा 50% से सैलरी बढ़ी है, तो ना तो ये रुपीस है, ना किलोग्राम है, ना लीटर है, ना मीटर। ओके, तो यहां पर रुपीस का सिंबल नहीं आएगा, इट इज सिंपली एक्सप्रेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिग्री और परसेंटेज। सो एब्सोल्यूट मेजर is somewhat easy to calculate, whereas relative measure is comparatively difficult, but in practical sense, it is not difficult. But on comparing, you can say absolute measure is very easy to calculate. Then, in this chapter, we are going to study different absolute measures. First one is range, second, quartile deviation, then mean deviation, last one will be standard deviation. So these are the four absolute measures of dispersion जो कि हम स्टडी यहाँ पे करेंगे। Whereas whereas relative measure shows coefficient of range, coefficient of quartile deviation, coefficient of mean deviation and coefficient of standard deviation. तो ये सारे कोफिशिएंट आते हैं इसमें इन डिग्री ऑफ वेरिएशन। ऑलराइट, so these are the main differences between absolute and relative measure. So let us begin with the first topic, that is range. तो रेंज किसमें कवर हो रहा है? रेंज इज एब्सोल्यूट मेजर, रेंज इज एब्सोल्यूट मेजर। नाउ रेंज कैसे हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे? तो रेंज का फॉर्मूला बहुत सिंपल है, दुनिया का सबसे आसान फॉर्मूला है रेंज का फॉर्मूला। सो रेंज होता क्या है? प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में भी हमने ये वर्ड सुना है। इन केस हम अगर कभी शॉपिंग करने जाते हैं, आपको मान लो टी शर्ट परचेज करना है, तो शॉपकीपर का पहला क्वेश्चन क्या होता है? किस रेंज में देखना है? मोबाइल फोन परचेज करना है, शॉपकीपर फिर से यही सवाल पूछेगा, किस रेंज में देखना है? तो किस रेंज में देखने से क्या मतलब है कि हमें 15 to 20,000 की रेंज चाहिए, 25 to 30,000 चाहिए, या 40 to 50,000 चाहिए? तो ऑलवेज रेंज का मतलब है देर आर टू फिगर्स इन्वॉल्व, जहां पर दो फिगर इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, उसी को हम बोलते हैं रेंज। तो रेंज इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ हाईएस्ट एंड लोवेस्ट वैल्यू, range is the difference of highest and lowest value. तो रेंज का फॉर्मूला क्या बनेगा? एच माइनस एल, एच माइनस एल, दिस इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर रेंज. So let's take one example. 10, 12, 18, 8, 20. These are all the observations. Now you have to find out range. So what is the highest value here? Highest value is 20. What is the lowest value? Lowest value is 8. Now we have to find out the difference. So 20 minus 8 gives 12. So 12 is the range in this case. Okay. So now you can easily calculate. Now let us write one more formula, that is coefficient of range. Coefficient of range. Now, what is the formula for coefficient of range? It is again very simple. H minus L upon H plus L multiplied by 100. Highest minus lowest divided by highest plus lowest into 100. So in this case, let us simplify and get the result. Highest is 20, so 20 minus 8 upon 20 plus 8 into 100. So now you can simplify and get the result. Simplify and get the result. So let's calculate on calculator. So it is 42.85%. This is coefficient of range. So in this way, we can easily compute coefficient of range. सो कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेंज से हमें क्या पता लगता है कि सबसे छोटी और सबसे बड़ी वैल्यू में कितना डिफरेंस है इन टर्म्स ऑफ परसेंटेज. तो बेसिकली कोफिशिएंट जो है आपकी परसेंटेज में डीलिंग बताता है कि परसेंटेज में कितना फ्लक्चुएशन आता है. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज बेसिकली रेंज. नाउ लेट अस calculate example number 1. Following are the wages of 8 workers expressed in rupees. So wages are given. You have to find out the range and its coefficient. So what is the highest and lowest value? So highest value is 96 and the lowest value here is 50. Yes. So highest and lowest are available. Now let us calculate range. So 96 minus 50 will give you 46 rupees. Since everything is under rupees, therefore we are writing 46 rupees. This is range. Now next is coefficient of range. So for this we have to find out 96 minus 50 upon 96 plus 50 into 100. So we are getting 31.51%. This is coefficient of range. This is coefficient of range. All right. Clear, guys? Now, this we have done in individual series. Now, similarly, if there is discrete series or continuous series, then what's the process? So let us understand X and F. 10, frequency is 15, 12, 18, 15, 25, 17, 20, 20, and here it is 10. Now you have to find out range. What will be the value of range in this question? इस question में range क्या होगा? What is the highest and lowest value here? हाईएस्ट वैल्यू कौन सी है, लोवेस्ट वैल्यू कौन सी है, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द रेंज. So come on guys, you can answer this and let me know what is your result. So Divisha has given range 25, then Ruhani has given 10. Okay. So here you have to be very careful while understanding the series. इस सीरीज का मतलब क्या है? दिस 10 is having frequency 15. So 15 is not a number. 15 एक नंबर नहीं है. 15 क्या है? नंबर 10 जो है वो 15 टाइम्स लिखा गया है. 10, 10, 10, 10, and so on. So this 10 is written 15 times. So 15 is not the number. Number is 10. Then 12 is written 18 times, and so on. So out of these, 10 is the lowest value and 20 is the highest value. 10 is lowest and 20 is highest. So therefore, range will be 20 minus 10, that is 10. So 10 is the range. So what we have to do for frequency, there is no rule for frequency. You don't have to do anything for the frequency. All right. So it is not at all relevant here. Perfect. Then next one is coefficient of range. So 20 minus 10 upon 20 plus 10 into 100. So 10 by 30 into 100. So it is giving 33.3%. 33.3%. This is coefficient of range. All right. Now, let's calculate in the next example. Now, this example is having continuous series, and in continuous also, this is having inclusive series because there is gap 50 to 74.5, and if we convert 50, it will become 49.5. So we have to find out the range. So what is the difference? Difference will be 25 kilograms. So 25 kilograms is basically the range. So in this way, we can calculate highest value minus lowest value. Also, you can calculate coefficient of range. So 74.5 minus 49.5 divided by 74.5 plus 49.5 into 100. So you will get coefficient of range. So how much you are getting? 20.16%. This is coefficient of range. So Kushi has given the answer. Then Monica has given, Mansi, Om Gupta, great. Now, let us understand one more thing related to this. We are having 10, 15, 18, 11, 19, 20. These are the figures. Now, what is the range in this question? So if you carefully see, 10 is the lowest value, 20 is the highest value. So 20 minus 10 will give us 10. So this is range. Now, what if we add a number in all the observation? अगर हम एक पर्टिकुलर नंबर सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन में ऐड कर देते हैं तो उसका रेंज पे क्या इंपैक्ट आएगा? दिस इज माय क्वेश्चन. So in short, we are doing change of origin. So if there is change of origin, change of origin का मतलब क्या होता है? ये पूरी सीरीज में एक पर्टिकुलर नंबर हमने ऐड किया है या फिर सब्ट्रैक्ट किया है, दैट इज चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन। So let's say if we are adding 10 in the series, पूरी सीरीज में हमने नंबर 10 ऐड कर दिया, so it will become 20, 25, 28, 21, 29, and then 30. Now what will be the range? Range will be 30 minus 20, that is 10. So range remains same. तो रेंज क्या है? रेंज बिल्कुल सेम है, इसमें कोई चेंज नहीं आ रहा है, it remains same. So 30 minus 20 gives 10. All right. Even if you try to do subtraction, then also range will remain same. So range does not gets affected due to change of origin. Due to change of origin. तो रेंज पे चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं आता है, वेदर यू आर एडिंग और यू आर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग अ पर्टिकुलर नंबर। नाउ लेट अस चेक फॉर चेंज ऑफ स्केल। इफ वी ट्राई टू डू चेंज ऑफ स्केल, चेंज ऑफ स्केल का मतलब है इधर यू हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई और डिवाइड। तो लेट्स मल्टीप्लाई विद नंबर 2। 2 से आपने मल्टीप्लाई किया, सो ऑल दीज सीरीज विल बिकम 20, 30, 36, 22, 38, 40. So now for calculation of range, what is the highest value? Highest value is 40. What is the lowest value? It is 20. Now range is 20. तो पहले से range क्या हो गया है? Double हो गया है. So if all observations are doubled, range will be doubled. Range भी क्या हो जाएगी? Double हो जाएगी. अगर सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन को आप हाफ कर दें तो रेंज भी हाफ हो जाएगा। दैट मींस रेंज गेट्स अफेक्टेड ड्यू टू चेंज ऑफ स्केल बट नॉट ड्यू टू चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन। तो रेंज चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन की वजह से अफेक्ट नहीं होता है। ऑलराइट, अंडरस्टूड। नाउ let's say there is some equation y is equal to a plus bx. Y is equal to a plus bx. So this a is getting added here. So this a will be known as basically change of origin. A is change of origin. Whereas b is getting multiplied or it will get divided, then it is known as change of scale. Change of scale. So if such kind of equation is there, then also we can find out the value of range. So let's say there is an equation y is equal to 10 plus 2x. So it means 10 is the change of origin and 2x, so it is multiplied by 2. So change of scale is getting multiplied by 2. Now range of x is given 5 and you have to calculate range of y. So in such a case, what is the formula? The formula says we can calculate range of y as mod of b multiplied by range of x. So what you have to do? Mod of b. Modulus means ignore the sign of b. Ignore the sign of b and use that value. So here, what is the value of b? It is 2. So range of y is equal to 2 multiplied by range of x. The value is 5. So we are getting 10. So 10 is the final result. 10 will be the final result. All right. Now let's say if the equation is y equal to 10 minus 2x, range of x equal to 5, then what will be the range of y? What will be range of y? Come on, guys, let me know. Done, everyone? Lakshita has given 10. Rohit has given answer 10. Tina, Om Gupta, Janvi, Gautam, Mohammed, Shoaib, Swati, Saloni, Vishal. Great. Everyone has given 10. Sahana has given minus 10, but you don't have to use the sign. Lakshita, also be careful. We don't have to use the sign. Just take the number. Just take the number. So range of y is equal to 2 multiplied by 5. That is 10. Okay. Now let's say this time the equation is 2x plus 3y equal to 30. Range of x is 10. Find out range of y. So always first step is arrange the equation in our format. What is our format? Y is equal to a plus bx. So arrange equation in this way first. So 3y equal to 30 minus 2x. So therefore, y equal to 30 by 3 minus 2 by 3x. Okay, so this is the arrangement. Now we require simply this value. Sign is not required. So just use 2 by 3. So range of y equal to 2 by 3 multiplied by 10. So what is the result? 20 by 3. 20 by 3 or 6.67. 20 by 3 or 6.67. So this you have to answer. All right. Understood, everyone? Now, 14.2.3, this you have to try. If the relationship between x and y is given by 2x plus 3y equal to 10. This is the equation. The range of x is 15. What would be range of y? So arrange this first. You have to arrange this first and then answer. So let us arrange. This is almost similar to what we have taken the example. Vani Gupta says clear. Rakhi says understood. Great. So let us arrange. Y is equal to 10 by 3 minus 2 by 3x. So you have to take 2 by 3 from here. So range of y is equal to 2 by 3 multiplied by 15. So what is the result? Result will be 10. Okay. So in this way, we have to answer. Done, everyone? So this was basically range. Now, let us write one point, interquartile range. Interquartile range. Now, what is the meaning of this interquartile range? So, two main terms are here. One is quartile, another is range. So, how many quartiles are there? We already know there are three quartiles, Q1, Q2, and Q3. So, three quartiles are there. Now, we have to find range out of this quartile. We have to find range out of this quartile. So what is the formula for range? It is the highest value minus lowest value. So out of these three quartiles, which will be highest? Of course, Q3 is highest because it is having higher rank. and Q1 is lowest because it is having lower rank. So what will be interquartile range? It will be Q3 minus Q1. So the formula for interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is third quartile and Q1 is first quartile. If it is asking semi-interquartile range, semi-interquartile range, then what we have to do? Semi means half. So you have to do half of Q3 minus Q1 by 2. You have to do half of interquartile range. So Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. Okay. Asha is asking in previous question 15 kaise aaya? It is already given in the question. Okay. So Shmita is asking what is SRN? SRN means students registration number. So if you are belonging to East area, so your number will be from ERO. Central region, then CRO. Southern region, SRO. Okay. If there's an Azmi says understood that, right? So this is semi-interquartile range. Now this semi-interquartile range is also known as quartile deviation. So this is our next topic, that is quartile deviation. So formula for quartile deviation is simply Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. This is the basic formula. Now, what we have to do next is let's take one example for more clarity. Some figures are given 8, 12, 20, 24, then 36, 40, and 48. All these figures are given. Now, according to quartile deviation, what we have to do, we have to find quartile deviation. So we require Q1 and Q3. So what is the rank of Q1? What is basically rank of Q1? So rank of Q1, it is n plus 1 divided by 4, as we already know. This we have done in central tendency chapter. If there is anyone who has not attended central tendency, you can go through that first, and after that you can complete this. So rank of first quartile is n plus 1 by 4. So 7 observations are there. 7 plus 1 by 4 gives you second rank. So what is the second value? Second value is 12. Therefore, Q1 is 12. Q1 is 12. Next is rank of third quartile. So it is 3 into n plus 1 by 4. 3 into n plus 1 by 4. It gives you sixth rank. So what is the sixth value? It is 40. So Q3 is equal to 40. So Q3 is available now. Now let's find out quartile deviation. So Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. So 28 by 2 gives 14. So this 14 is quartile deviation. And if you find interquartile range, then it is 28. Okay. So Om Gupta has given the answer. Gautam Verma, Shreya, Rohit, Varun, everybody has given. That's great. So in this way, you can find out quartile deviation. So whether it is any series, the formula will remain same. There is no change in the formula for quartile deviation. Now, what about coefficient of quartile deviation? Coefficient of quartile deviation. So it is Q3 minus Q1 upon Q3 plus Q1 into 100. Q3 minus Q1 upon Q3 plus Q1 into 100. So this is the formula for coefficient of quartile deviation. So in this question, if you find out, it is 40 minus 12 upon 40 plus 12 into 100 into 100. So let's calculate and get the result. So how much is the value? 53.846. 53.846. This is your result. Okay. So quartile deviation we have done in this example. Let's take one more. Now, just similar to range, the property is same for everyone. What is that property? Change of origin does not affect. You can write change of origin does not affect range, then quartile deviation, mean deviation and standard deviation. तो change of origin किसी को भी affect नहीं करता, whereas change of scale change of scale affects range, QD, MD and SD. So change of scale affects each and every one, whether it is range, quartile deviation, mean deviation or standard deviation. Okay. So now, if you say about that property y is equal to a plus bx, quartile deviation of x is available and you have to find out quartile deviation of y. So simply what we have to do, quartile deviation of y equal to mod of b into quartile deviation of x. The formula remains in same pattern. If you have to calculate mean deviation of y, then we will be doing mod b into mean deviation of x. The standard deviation of y is required, then mod b into standard deviation of x. Okay, so in this manner, we can calculate. All right. Now, let's take one more example. 5x plus 10y is equal to 25. Quartile deviation of x is 15. Find out quartile deviation of y. So in this case, arrange the equation first. Simply we have to arrange. So y is equal to 25 by 10 minus 5 by 10 x. So 5 by 10 is there. We have to use only this value. So quartile deviation of y equal to 5 by 10 into 15. So what is the result? 7.5. This is the quartile deviation of y. So in this way, we can easily calculate quartile deviation of y. Okay, guys, understood? Now let's take some more examples based on this. Let's say if we are talking about discrete series, x and f is there. X is 500, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500. Then frequency is 8, 12, then 20, 15, and 5. This is the frequency. Now, according to the formula, we require quartile deviation. So the formula is Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. So we have to calculate Q3 and Q1 first. So the first step is arrange the series in ascending order. So already the series is arranged. Second step is find cumulative frequency. So add frequency in each and every step. So 8 plus 12, 20, plus 20 becomes 40, plus 15 is 55, and plus 5 gives 60. So the total value, total of frequency is 60. Now let's calculate Q1. So rank of Q1 is 60 plus 1 by 4. So how much you are getting? 15.25. This is the rank. Now 15.25 is getting covered in which cell? In front of 20. So you can say 1000 is the value of Q1. So first of all, we have computed Q1. Now similarly, we can compute Q3. So rank of third quartile will be 3 into 60 plus 1 by 4. It will be 45.75. So it is covered in which one? 2000. Therefore, Q2 will be 2000. Q2 will be 2000. Sorry, Q3 will be 2000. Now we require quartile deviation. So 2000 minus 1000 divided by 2. The result is 500. Result is 500. So this is quartile deviation. Okay. So in this way, we can calculate quartile deviation. Now, if you require coefficient of quartile deviation, then Q3 minus Q1. So 2000 minus 1000 upon Q3 plus Q1 into 100. So 1000 divided by 3000 into 100. So how much we are getting? 33.33%. 33.33%. This is coefficient of quartile deviation. So in this way, we can easily calculate quartile deviation. Now, let's see some question based on range and quartile deviation from back. And after that, we will start with mean deviation. So let's find some questions on quartile deviation. Now, 18th one, 14.2.18. Following are the marks of 10 students. So data for 10 students is given. Find quartile deviation and its coefficient. Okay. So first step is arrange the series. So let us arrange. So after arranging, what we are getting? 35, 42, 48, 50, and so on. This is the arrangement. This is the first step. Now, the next step is after arrangement, what we have to do? Rank. So rank of first quartile. So n plus 1 by 4. Now what is n? It is 10. So 10 plus 1 by 4. So what is the rank? 2.75. 2.75 is the rank. Now for calculation of Q1, we have to split this second plus 0.75 bracket third minus second. Third minus second. So 48 plus 0.75 into Now second value is 42 plus 0.75, then 48 minus 42. So how much we are getting? 75% of 6, 4.5. So 46.5 is Q1. 46.5 is Q1. Now we require Q3. So Q3 will be 3 into 10 plus 1 by 4. So the rank will be 8.25. So we can split this 8 plus 0.25 into 9 minus 8. Now what is the eighth value? Eighth value is how much? 65 plus 0.25, then 75 minus 65. So what is the result? 65 plus 2.5. So total will be 67.5. This is Q3. This is Q3. Okay. So in this way, you can calculate quartiles first. Now, the next step is find quartile deviation. So Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. 67.5 minus 46.5 upon 2. So how much is the difference? 21. So 21 by 2 gives 10.5. 10.5. All right. Now, similarly, we have to find out coefficient of quartile deviation. So again, the same formula, Q3 minus Q1 upon Q3 plus Q1 into 100. You get 18.42. This is your final answer. Now, the next one, if the quartile deviation of x is 6 and 3x plus 6y equal to 20, then find the quartile deviation of y. So you have to find out quartile deviation for y. So how we can calculate quartile deviation of y? So the formula is mod of b multiplied by quartile deviation of x. Now arrange this equation first. So y equal to 20 minus 3x upon 6. So 3 by 6 into quartile deviation of x is how much? 6. The result will be 3. So 3 will be the quartile deviation of y. So in this way, you can easily calculate quartile deviation. Okay. Now, if we talk about the properties, then range and quartile deviation. So in case of quartile deviation, we have seen that quartile deviation is using two values. One is Q1, other is Q3. So Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. All those observations which are before Q1 and all those observations which are after Q3 are not required. इन शॉर्ट Q1 से पहले जितने ऑब्जर्वेशन है हमने उसको यूज नहीं किया और ना ही Q3 के बाद वाले ऑब्जर्वेशन को हम यूज कर रहे हैं बिकॉज Q quartile deviation is mainly based on middle 50% of observation because Q1 is coming on 25% and Q3 is coming on 75%. So the difference is 50%. So quartile deviation is mainly based on the middle 50% of observations. तो स्टार्टिंग एंड एंडिंग का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. सो यहां पर एक थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चन बनता है कि if class interval If class interval is open ended, then which measure of central tendency is best? तो अगर क्लास इंटरवल ओपन है, that means below 30 is written, then from 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and then 60 and above. So above means it can extend up to any number, it can extend up to infinite. So such kind of intervals are known as open-ended class interval. And whenever open-ended class interval is there, then quartile deviation is the best measure, बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग का एंड एंडिंग का क्वार्टाइल पे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं आता है. So that is why in such cases quartile deviation is treated as the best measure. So Vani Gupta says crystal clear. That's great. Then the next one. These are the mixed questions. Let's take some question from the exercise. Yes. Set A, some MCQ questions. Which of the following statement is correct? This you have to answer. Which of the following statement is correct? First is two distribution have identical measure of central tendency and dispersion. Second says may have identical measure of central tendency but different measure of dispersion. Then two distribution may have different measure of central tendency but identical measure of dispersion. So इस options का मतलब क्या है? Measures of central tendency means mean, median, mode. इन सब की बात हो रही है. तो क्या ये तीनों वैल्यूज कभी सेम हो सकती है? यस, दे कैन बी सेम. कभी बिल्कुल सेम आ सकती है. मीन, मीडियन, मोड कैन बी इक्वल. देन डिस्पर्शन में, क्या डिस्पर्शन में सारी वैल्यूज कभी इक्वल हो सकती है? यस, इट माइट बी पॉसिबल, नॉट ऑलवेज, बट यस इट माइट बी पॉसिबल इन फ्यू केसेस. तो यहां पर बहुत सारे केसेस बन सकते हैं कि दो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में मेजर ऑफ सेंट्रल टेंडेंसी आइडेंटिकल है, डिस्पर्शन भी आइडेंटिकल. इट इज पॉसिबल. कभी ये भी हो सकता है सेंट्रल टेंडेंसी में आइडेंटिकल है बट डिस्पर्शन में डिफरेंट वैल्यूज है, या फिर सेंट्रल टेंडेंसी डिफरेंट वैल्यूज है बट डिस्पर्शन की आइडेंटिकल है. तो इनमें से कोई भी चीज हो सकती है. सो इट कैन बी एनीथिंग. ओके, सो आंसर विल बी डी. Now, Vishal says your way of teaching is super. That's great. Thank you so much, Vishal. Now, second one, dispersion measures. Dispersion क्या measure करता है? We have done in the beginning of this chapter. Dispersion measures fluctuation, variation या फिर scatterness की observation कितने दूर दूर हैं, कितने फैले हुए हैं, right? तो दूर से आपको कहीं सारे गाने याद आ जाते हैं, ये दूरियां, राइट, समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो डिस्पर्शन मेजर्स स्कैटरनेस. क्या मेजर करता है? स्कैटरनेस की ऑब्जर्वेशन कितने दूर दूर हैं, कितना उसमें फैलाव है, कितना फ्लक्चुएशन है. ओके. Then third, when it comes to comparing two or more distribution, yes, जब भी हमें कंपैरिजन करना है तो हमने डिस्कस किया था एब्सोल्यूट मेजर बेटर है या रिलेटिव. 10 से 15,000 की सैलरी है और दूसरा है परसेंटेज की टर्म्स में. तो परसेंटेज की टर्म्स में हमें ज्यादा चीजें समझ आती है. इट इज मोर क्लियर. सो व्हेनेवर वी टॉक अबाउट कंपैरिजन देन रिलेटिव मेजर इज यूज्ड. तो कंपैरिजन के लिए रिलेटिव मेजर को यूज करना है. विच वन इज इजियर टू कंप्यूट? ऑफ कोर्स एब्सोल्यूट मेजर इज मच इजी, वो ज्यादा इजी है. देन विच वन इज एन एब्सोल्यूट मेजर ऑफ डिस्पर्शन? कौन सा एब्सोल्यूट है इनमें से? रेंज, मीन डेविएशन, स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन सारे ही एब्सोल्यूट है बिकॉज किसी के भी आगे कोफिशिएंट वर्ड नहीं लगा है. सो ऑल ऑफ दिस. विच मेजर ऑफ डिस्पर्शन इज मोस्ट यूजफुल, सबसे ज्यादा काम आने वाला, ये हम आगे वैसे डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. बट सबसे ज्यादा अच्छी जो प्रॉपर्टीज है वो किसकी मानी जाती है? स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन की. स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. Then which measure of dispersion is not affected by the presence of extreme value? एक्सट्रीम मतलब सबसे हाईएस्ट एंड सबसे लोएस्ट वैल्यू का किस पे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है? फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज रेंज. रेंज तो बनता ही उससे है, हाईएस्ट एंड लोएस्ट से, तो रेंज इज गेटिंग अफेक्टेड. देन मीन डेविएशन के बारे में अभी हमने पढ़ा नहीं, स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन का पढ़ा नहीं, लेकिन क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन का हमने जरूर डिस्कस कर लिया है कि क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन में Q1 से पहले वाले ऑब्जर्वेशन का कोई रोल नहीं है, Q3 के बाद वालों का भी कोई रोल नहीं है. सो Q1 से पहले क्या आएगा? लोएस्ट वैल्यू. Q3 के बाद क्या आएगा? हाईएस्ट वैल्यू. सो ये दोनों क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन को अफेक्ट नहीं करते हैं. देयरफॉर ऑप्शन नंबर डी इज करेक्ट. D is the correct answer. So Om, Swati has given, Azmi, Mansi, Rohit, Varun. Everyone has given option number D. Right. चलिए, एट्थ वाला भी हमने पॉइंट कवर नहीं किया है. नाइन्थ, विच मेजर्स इज बेस्ड ऑन सेंट्रल 50% ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन. तो मिडिल 50% पे कौन बेस्ड है? अभी जस्ट हमने ऊपर डिस्कस किया है, इट इज क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन. बिकॉज Q3 माइनस Q1 करना पड़ता है, therefore it is based on middle 50% of observations. Then which measure of dispersion is based on all? किसमें सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन काम में आएंगे? तो मीन डेविएशन में सारे ही काम में आएंगे. स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन also uses all the observation, whereas quartile deviation does not use all the observation. ये सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन को यूज नहीं करता है. Therefore option number C is correct. C is correct. So no, this is for the next one. We have to tick option number D, A and B, but not C. So A and B जो है सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन को यूज करते हैं, बट C ऑप्शन क्वार्टर डेविएशन उसको यूज नहीं करता है. Alright. So let's take a break and then we will be continuing. So let's take a 10 minutes break and then we will be continuing with the chapter. Okay. And let's continue with these questions. So we were talking about question number 11. The appropriate measure of dispersion for open-end class interval. अगर class interval open-ended है, then which measure will be best? So this we have discussed just now. So it will be quartile deviation. So it is best for open-end class interval. Most commonly used measures of dispersion is. Now सबसे ज्यादा commonly used dispersion का measure कौन सा है? So this will be standard deviation. ये हम आगे डिस्कस करेंगे डिटेल में. तो standard deviation is regarded as the most common used measure of dispersion. Now which measure of dispersion has some desirable mathematical properties? Now सब में अलग अलग प्रॉपर्टीज है, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा किसमें होती है? सबसे ज्यादा जो बेस्ट है, so it will become 20 minus 9, that is 11. 20 minus 9, that is 11. Then 20. If all observations are increased by 10, increased by 10, it means change of origin. Change of origin. अगर सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन 10 से इंक्रीज होते हैं तो सिखा जाएगा चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन, एंड चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन का कोई इंपैक्ट नहीं होता है. तो देयरफॉर ऑल दीज रिमेन अनचेंज. ये सारे क्या रहेंगे? अनचेंज रहेंगे. तो ऑप्शन नंबर डी. 21. If all observations are multiplied by 2, then what will happen? So this is basically change of scale. So in change of scale, it will get affected by the same number. So we have to multiply by 2. So standard deviation will be multiplied by 2. So option number A will be correct. Option number A will be correct. Now start with set B, question number 1. Set B, question number 1. You have to find out coefficient of range for the following wages of 8 workers. Coefficient of range for the following wages of 8 workers. So again, you have to find highest and lowest value and then simplify. So let's solve and get the result. So highest value is 90, lowest value is 60 upon 90 plus 60 into 100. So 30 upon 150 into 100. So what is the result? It will be 20. Now you have to select which option. Apurva says option number D. Swati says option number B. Gautam says B. Rohani B. Ritu B. Chanchal is saying B. Mrinalika B. Bhumika B. Om Gupta is saying D. Now see, there might be some confusion between B and D, but you have to select one. So which will be correct? B is saying rupees 20. D is saying only 20. Now, rupees 20 means unit of measurement is used, whereas in D option, no unit of measurement is used. So as we have discussed, coefficient of range. Coefficient is a relative measure, and in case of relative measure, no units of measurement are used. Therefore, option number D will be correct. D option will be correct. Okay, so you have to be careful for the unit. So in case of relative measure, units are not used. Then let's calculate the third one. What is the coefficient of range for the following distribution? So class interval is given and this is inclusive. So we have to convert only two values, the lowest and highest. So 59.5 minus 9.5 divided by 59.5 plus 9.5 into 100 into 100. Now, what will be the final result? Let's calculate and get the result. So we are getting how much? 72.46. Yes, option number C is correct. 72.46. Then the fourth one. If the range of x is 2, what would be the range of minus 3x plus 50? If the range of x is 2, what would be the range of minus 3x plus 50? So simply our equation is y equal to minus 3x plus 50. So range of x will be mod b. So range of y will be mod b, which is 3 multiplied by 2. It will give us 6. Option number B. So option number B is correct. Okay. Then mean deviation we have not yet covered. Now 16th. 16th we can try. The quartiles of a variable are 45, 52 and 65 respectively. So these are the three quartiles. That means Q1, Q2 and Q3. Its quartile deviation will be, so Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. So what will be the result? 10. So option number A, that is 10, is the correct answer. Option number A, 10 will be the correct answer. Then 17th one. If x and y are related as 3x plus 4y equal to 20 and quartile deviation of x is 12, then find out the quartile deviation of y. So here we have to arrange the equation first. So 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So 4y equal to 20 minus 3x and y will be 20 by 4 minus 3 by 4 of x. So quartile deviation of y will be 3 by 4 into 12. So your result will be 9. So correct answer is option number D, 9. So Sadab has given the answer, Chanchal, Gautam, everyone is correct. Then Kushi Gupta has also given, Rohit has given. So in this way, you can easily calculate and get the result. Okay. So till here, we have completed range and quartile deviation. Let's begin with the next point, which is mean deviation. Now, mean deviation is quite bigger as compared to range and quartile deviation. So let us begin with the next point, mean deviation. So the page number will be 14.33. Yes, 14.33 is the page number. Mean deviation. Now, what is the symbol for mean deviation? So mean deviation is denoted by the symbol delta. This is known as delta. So it is similar to 8, only last part of 8 is missing. You can say like that. So it is 75% of 8. Last portion of 8 is missing. So this is mean deviation. Now, mean deviation is taken from mean, median, and mode. So write down the formula first. Mean deviation is equal to sigma mod x minus central value upon n. Sigma mod x minus central value divided by n. Now, what is the meaning of this central value? It simply means mean, median, or mode. Mean, median, or mode. So, if mean deviation is taken from mean, then formula will be sigma mod x minus x bar upon n. Then mean deviation from median will be sigma mod x minus m upon n. And then mean deviation from mode, so sigma mod x minus z upon n. So these are the formula for mean deviation. So basic formula is same, just we have to replace either mean, median, or mode. So it depends on we are taking deviation from mean or median or mode. Okay. So this is the basically formula for mean deviation. Now let's write the formula for coefficient of mean deviation. Coefficient of mean deviation. Now the formula for coefficient will be coefficient of mean deviation is mean deviation divided by central value into 100. Mean deviation upon central value into 100. So this is the formula for coefficient of mean deviation. Okay. Now basically what we have to do, if mean deviation is taken from mean, so coefficient of mean deviation from mean, so delta x bar upon x bar into 100. Then coefficient of mean deviation from median, so delta m upon m into 100. And then coefficient of mean deviation from mode, so delta z upon z into 100. So all these are the formulas for coefficient of mean deviation. Okay. So Vishal is asking, please share your CA journey. We will be discussing either if time left today or in the next session. So don't worry. So coefficient of mean deviation. These are the formulas for coefficient. Now let us have some question based on this. So let's take one question, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 20. And in this case, let's find mean deviation from mean. So if you want to take mean deviation from mean, so you have to calculate mean first. So what will be the mean? X bar equal to 40 upon 5, that is 8. 40 upon 5, that is 8. So now what you have to do? Mod x minus x bar. So 2 minus 8. Now there is modulus, and whenever there is modulus, ignore the sign. So you have to ignore the sign, so it will become 6. Then mod of 4 minus 8 will give you 4. 6 minus 8 gives 2. 8 minus 8 gives 0. 20 minus 8 gives 12. Now what is the total? The total is 24. So therefore, mean deviation from mean will be 24 upon 5. So it is 4.8. It will be 4.8. This is mean deviation from mean. If you want to calculate mean deviation from median, then we have to calculate median first. We have to calculate median first. So for calculation of median, what we have to do, arrange the series. Series is already arranged. And in case of 5 numbers, we already know that third number is the middle number or third number will be the median. Therefore, 6 is our median. So median is available with us. Now we have to take deviation from median. So mod x minus m. Mod of x minus m. So 2 minus 6 gives 4. 4 minus 6 is 2. 6 minus 6, 0. 8 minus 6 is 2. And 20 minus 6 is 14. Now add all these observations. We are getting 22. Now mean deviation from mean. So 22 divided by 5. How much? 4.4. So 4.4 becomes mean deviation from median. So in this way, you can easily calculate mean deviation from median. All right. Now, if you want to calculate coefficient of mean deviation from mean, then we can calculate mean deviation. What is mean deviation? 4.8 divided by mean. What is the value of mean? 8 multiplied by 100. You will get how much? 60%. So 60% becomes your coefficient of mean deviation from mean. If you require coefficient of mean deviation from median, then write down the coefficient of mean deviation first, divided by median, and then multiply by 100. You will get your results. So in this way, we can calculate mean deviation as well as coefficient of mean deviation. So Asha Begum says, yes, it is clear. Kushi has given the answer. Great. So I think this chapter is very easy till now. No confusion is there. A very easy formula, easy calculation, everything is clear. So this is basically coefficient of mean deviation. So 73.33 is the result for this coefficient. Now one more question from this illustration 4. Illustration number 4. What is the mean deviation about mean for the following numbers? So some numbers are given and you have to take deviation from mean. So first step is calculate the mean. Add all the observation divided by number of observation. So mean we are getting as 9. Now next step is modulus x minus x bar. So 5 minus 9 gives 4. 8 minus 9 gives 1, 1, 1, 3, and then 0. So here we are getting the total 10. Now mean deviation will be 10 divided by 6. It will be 5 by 3 or 1.67. Okay. So Miss Sandhya says this chapter is very easy and we will easily score. That's great. As I have already told you, this chapter is also weighing around 6 to 7 marks. So this weightage is very good and you can score good one. So 6 to 7 marks for central tendency, for dispersion, as well as statistical description of data. So all these carry 6 to 7 marks. Now in the next one, fifth one, Find out mean deviation about median and also the corresponding coefficients. Now this you have to answer in a minute. I'm waiting for your answers. You have to answer in 1 minute. So how you will be calculating? It's very easy. 7 observations are given. So first step is arrange them and find out the median. After arrangement, you have to find out the median. Done till here. So what is the value of median? Median is 70. Now you can take deviation from 70 and total of deviation will be coming. So total of deviation is coming 61. So therefore, mean deviation will be 61 upon 7. Now here you have to be very careful because all the figures are given in thousand of rupees. So you have to be very careful while selecting the option or while giving the correct answer. So all these are in thousand. 61 by 7,000. So if you simplify, you get 8714.28. So this will be your final answer. Okay. So this was basically 5. Now the next one. Compute mean deviation about arithmetic mean for the following data. Now, इस डेटा के लिए हमें मीन डेविएशन को कैलकुलेट करना है एंड दिस टाइम द सीरीज इज discrete. Now, for discrete and continuous series, there will be slight deviation in the formula. So, mean deviation will be sigma f mod x minus central value divided by sigma f. Now, f will be used by calculating. So, in this question, we have to use this formula. So, let us begin here. X is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Frequency is 5, 8, 9, 2, 1. So first step is calculate arithmetic mean. So for arithmetic mean, x bar is equal to sigma fx upon sigma f. So 5, 24, 45, 14, and then 9. Now add all the observations to get the total. So what is the total? 5 plus 45 is 50, plus 24 gives 74, plus 9 is 83, and plus 14 gives 97. So 97 is the total. Then divided by sigma f. Divided by sigma f. So let's see what you are getting. Divided by sigma f. So 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 12, you are getting 25. On dividing, we are getting 3.88. So 3.88 is the x bar. Now you have to take deviation from arithmetic mean. Take deviation from arithmetic mean. So you have to find out x minus x bar. So this is required. So 1 minus 3.88 gives 2.88. Then 3 minus 3.88 gives 0.88. Then 5 minus 3.88 gives 1.12. 7 minus 3.88 is equal to 3.12, and so on. So first of all, you have to calculate all these deviation, that is mod x minus x bar. But finally, we require sigma f into mod x minus x bar. So next step will be frequency will get multiplied with x minus x bar. So we have to multiply these two columns. We have to multiply these two columns, column 2 and then 3. So we are getting 5 into 2.88 is 14.4, then 7.04, 10, 6, 5. So total will be 42.88. So numerator is available with us, that is 42.88 divided by sum of frequency, which is 25. Now you can divide this and get the result. So 1.72. So Rohit is asking how we will do this question in a minute. See, all the questions are not very lengthy and all the questions are not very, very small. So if you take the average will be 1. So 1 is not for each and every question. 1 is the average time which is required. So on dividing, you are getting the answer 1.72. Then next is if you have to calculate the coefficient of mean deviation. So in coefficient, the formula will remain intact. It will remain same. There will be no change in the formula. So mean deviation is 1.72 divided by 3.88 into 100. So 44.33 is the coefficient of mean deviation. 44.33 is the coefficient of mean deviation. All right. So in this way, you can easily compute. Now, in the seventh one, example number 7, now this time we have to find out coefficient of mean deviation about median. So, median we have to calculate first and then we have to find out mean deviation. So, class interval 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80. This is the class interval. Frequency is given 8, 12, 20, and then 10. Now, first step is arrange the series. It is already arranged. Next is we have to find out the CF. So let's add. The total is 50. Now, what is the next step? Next step will be calculation of median. So median will be L plus n by 2 minus C upon F into I. This is the formula. Now, what is the class interval of median? So we have to find out the rank of median. The rank of median is n by 2. That is 25th rank. So 25th rank, it will be covered from 60 to 70. It will be covered from 60 to 70. So 60 will be the lower limit. I is 10. 20 becomes frequency. And this 20 will be C. So let's apply 60 plus 25 minus 20 upon 20 into 10. So we are getting 62.5. This is median. 62.5 becomes the median. Okay. Now you have to take deviation from median. So for taking deviation, you will be requiring x. So now the first step is calculate x, that is the mid value. So how to calculate the mid value? 40 plus 50 upon 2 gives 45, then 55, 65, and then 75. So first of all, we have computed mid value. Then after mid value, you have to take the deviation. So mod x minus m, mod of x minus m. So 45 minus 62.5. 45 minus 62.5. It will give you 17.5. Then 55 minus 62.5. So in this way, we have to calculate all the deviations. Then after that, frequency multiplied by x minus median. So this will be the last step. After that, apply the formula and get the result. So simply you have to divide. So mean deviation will be 405 divided by 50. 405 divided by 50. You will get your mean deviation. So it will be 8.10. 8.10 is the answer. So Vishal is asking about the use of MU. So you have to focus on this concept first. MU is not required now. Okay. You simply require memory buttons, M plus, M minus, MRC, and GT button, gross total. So all those are required. MU and text, etc. are not required. Now, similarly, you can find out the coefficient of mean deviation. So it is mean deviation divided by median into 100. You will get coefficient of mean deviation. All right. Now let's take next question also. 14.2.8. If x and y are related by the equation, so one equation is given, mean deviation of x is 5.4, then what will be the mean deviation of y? So you have to find out mean deviation of y. So first of all, arrange the equation as per the format. It is minus 11 minus 4x. So y is equal to minus 11 by 3 and minus 4 by 3x. So mean deviation will be mod of b. So 4 by 3 into mean deviation of x, that is 5.40. So let's simplify and get the answer. So final answer is 7.20. Then Vishal is asking, I am Hindi medium student. Please tell me that in which language paper will come. If you are filling your exam form in Hindi medium, you will get your paper in absolute Hindi. अगर आपने इंग्लिश फिल किया है तो आपको पेपर इंग्लिश में मिलेगा. ओके. जो आप फिल करेंगे उस लैंग्वेज में ही आपको पेपर अवेलेबल मिलेगा. So mean deviation is 7.20. So in this way, you can easily compute. Okay. Mean deviation from median for first 9 natural numbers. You have to find out mean deviation from median for first 9 natural numbers. So what are first 9 natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. So these are the 9 natural numbers. Now what you have to do? You have to find out mean deviation from median. So what will be the median? Median will be, of course, the middlemost value, that is 5. So 5 is the median. Now you have to take deviation from median. So x minus m. So 1 minus 5 gives 4, then 3, 2, 1, 0. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. What will be the total? Total is 20. Total is 20. So mean deviation will be 20 upon 9. Or if you want to write in decimal, it will be 2.22. Next will be coefficient of mean deviation. So coefficient of mean deviation will be mean deviation divided by median into 100. So it is 20 by 9 upon 5 into 100. If you cancel this, you are getting how much? 400 upon 9. 400 upon 9. Okay. सूरज is asking which language, कौन सी language में paper लिखना चाहिए, हिंदी और English for better effect. See, if you have taken Hindi, then there is no choice. You have to write in absolute Hindi. And अगर आपने English medium लिया है, then you have to write in absolute English. So दोनों को आप mix नहीं कर सकते हैं. You have to write the proper terminology. हिंदी में लिखना है तो आपको हिंदी के जो proper terms है, that only you have to use, not the basic local Hindi language, right? एंड इंग्लिश यूज किया है तो ऑफकोर्स इंग्लिश की टर्मिनोलॉजी आपको यूज करना है. दोनों का ऑप्शन अवेलेबल नहीं है. रोहित रोहित इज आस्किंग अगर हमें दोनों में पेपर चाहिए, हिंदी मीडियम एज वेल एज इंग्लिश मीडियम, सो दैट इज नॉट इन द ऑप्शन. ओनली वन लैंग्वेज विल बी देयर. So your answer is 44.4 or 400 by 9. This is the coefficient of mean deviation. So in this way, you can easily calculate. So let's have a quick recap from the summary of what we have done today. Now, in the summary, it says all these merits of standard deviation make standard deviation as most widely and commonly used. So while doing question हमने डिस्कस किया था कि स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन के मेरिट सबसे ज्यादा है, इसलिए सबसे ज्यादा काम आने वाला मेजर ऑफ डिस्पर्शन यही है. Then which is the quickest to compute? तो सबसे फास्ट कैलकुलेशन किसकी हो सकती है? रेंज. तो रेंज इज क्विकेस्ट टू कंप्यूट. एंड इसका जो एप्लीकेशन है वो बेसिकली कहाँ होता है? स्टैटिस्टिकल क्वालिटी कंट्रोल, यानी कि बड़ी बड़ी फैक्ट्रीज में, इंडस्ट्रीज में जहां गुड्स मैन्युफैक्चर होते हैं, तो वहां पर एक सर्टेन रेंज डिफाइंड रहती है कि हमें इसी रेंज के अंदर प्रोडक्शन करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द साइज ऑफ मोबाइल. अब मोबाइल फोन का अगर साइज एक बार फिक्स कर दिया है तो वो उसी पैरामीटर्स के अकॉर्डिंग बनेगा, हम उसको चेंज नहीं कर सकते. कई बार आता है स्लाइट वेरिएशन आ सकता है क्योंकि हमारा हैंडमेड इफेक्ट कुछ होता है, तो अदरवाइज देयर इज नो चेंज. सो जो स्लाइट वेरिएशन है दैट इज बेसिकली नोन एज रेंज. और वी कैन से if we talk about shirts and t-shirts, तो there are ready-made shirts and t-shirts. तो उसमें अगर आपने लेट से नंबर 40 सेलेक्ट किया है, अब 40 के एक सर्टेन पैरामीटर्स है कि उसी के अकॉर्डिंग वो शर्ट बनेगा. अब उसमें कितना वेरिएशन चला सकते हैं? So there might be a range of like 5 mm. कि 5 mm कम ज्यादा हो गया तो चलेगा, कोई खास बात नहीं है, हम उसको 40 की कैटेगरी में रख सकते हैं। बट अगर हमने कहा 2 सेंटीमीटर का वेरिएशन आ जाएगा, देन इट विल नॉट बी टॉलरेबल। सो दिस काइंड ऑफ in this kind of factories or situation, range is used. Then range is based on only two observations and is affected too much by the presence of extreme value। क्योंकि रेंज एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू से ही बनता है, तो अगर आप एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू को चेंज करोगे तो रेंज विल गेट चेंज। ओके, then mean deviation is rigidly defined and is based on all observation। So in the next session also we will be discussing some properties of all these। तो मीन डेविएशन जो है रिजिडली डिफाइंड है एंड इट इज बेस्ड ऑन ऑल ऑब्जर्वेशन, सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन यूज करते हैं। व्हाइल डूइंग कैलकुलेशन हमने देखा था कि हमने डेविएशन हर फिगर से लिया है, किसी भी फिगर को हमने लेफ्ट आउट नहीं किया है। एंड नॉट मच अफेक्टेड बाय सैम्पलिंग फ्लक्चुएशन, सैम्पलिंग फ्लक्चुएशन का इसके ऊपर कोई फर्क नहीं आता है, मतलब ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। But it is difficult to compute as compared to range and quartile because it is time consuming and quite laborious। इसमें थोड़ी मेहनत ज्यादा लगती है, थोड़ी कैलकुलेशन ज्यादा होती है। Then quartile deviation is also rigidly defined, but it is easy to compute। कैलकुलेशन थोड़ी सी आसान है एंड ये भी सैम्पलिंग से ज्यादा अफेक्ट नहीं होता है। लेकिन एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू की अगर हम बात करें तो एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू इस पे कोई अफेक्ट नहीं डालती है बिकॉज इट इज बेस्ड ऑन मिडल 50% ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन। सो क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन इज नॉट अफेक्टेड ड्यू टू एक्सट्रीम वैल्यूज। तो क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन इज नॉट बेस्ड ऑन ऑल ऑब्जर्वेशन, ये सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन पे बेस्ड नहीं है, सिर्फ मिडिल के 50% पे ही बेस्ड है। सो इट हैज नो डिजायरेबल मैथमेटिकल प्रॉपर्टीज। तो क्योंकि सारे ऑब्जर्वेशन हम यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं तो इसलिए सारी प्रॉपर्टीज यहाँ पे फुलफिल नहीं की जा सकती है। लेकिन क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन कहाँ यूज होता है, सबसे बेस्ट है फॉर ओपन एंड क्लासिफिकेशन। तो इस तरह की क्लासिफिकेशन के लिए हम क्वार्टाइल डेविएशन का ज्यादा यूज करते हैं। ओके, देन Indrajit is again asking paper both languages में आएगा? No, math paper is only in one language। Okay, then Vishal is asking about the probability chapter, we will discuss at that time, do not worry for that। Okay, so I think we have completed lot for today। Range is done, quartile deviation is done, and mean deviation is done। So I think you have to practice these topics today, and we will be discussing some exercise question and standard deviation in our next session। Okay, so today's your homework is complete all these three, that means revise all these three topics, try to do questions from your set A, B, and C, and then remaining doubts and remaining points we will be discussing in our next session। Okay, so till then, bye everyone, take care and see you soon।